Okay, so why don't we start now? All right, so thank you everyone for joining. Wherever you guys are, I know last time we had people from all over the world, but this time hopefully we'll have more people joining us. So today we have Bibi, who was also our host last time. Don't know how many of you joined us for our last training about a month ago. We had our first training, How to Live Your Best Life, and this time we're doing How to Be Successful with iHealth. So Bibi is an entrepreneur. She's a very, very skillful trainer. She's definitely done many corporate trainings as well as, motivational speaking, and she has her own business. So definitely a wealth of knowledge. And then later we'll also have Donald Ward join us. He's our honored guest today. And so first of all, thank you so much, Don, for taking your time to join us today. He is part of our executive management team in iHealth. So many of you are probably very familiar with him or probably have worked with him in the past. And he's an entrepreneur as well, and he's been very, very successful with iHealth. So he's going to share his story and walk us through how he got to where he is today, and talk a little bit about some of the things that made him successful. So today we're going to talk about how to be successful with iHealth, and Bibi's going to share some tips and guidelines in terms of how to really be successful in iHealth, make your own business out of it, and really utilize this to kind of reach your goals and get to where you want to be in life, and really have iHealth be able to support you as a pillar to be successful. And then, like I said, Donald will then join us and talk a little bit about himself, and we'll end it with some Q&A. But if you guys have any questions, we definitely recommend and encourage you to jump in to ask questions on the chat or raise your hand with Zoom. And we want this to be interactive session, and definitely want you guys to participate. So like I said, feel free to chime in when you want, but if you're not going to be speaking, please do mute yourself unless you do have something to say. So I'm going to hand this over to Bibi, and she's going to kick it off. Thank you very much.
Hello, everyone. I hope you're having a wonderful Saturday evening. And if you're dialing in from Asia, I hope you're having a great morning. So as Mincy introduced earlier, my name is Bibi, and let me share with you a little bit about me. For some of you who have attended our previous training, you would have known a little bit about me. But for those of you who are new, let me just share with you a little bit about my background. I've been in the anti-aging and preventative medicine industry for the past 13 years, and I've traveled extensively across the world to anti-aging conferences, and I supply products to medical aesthetic centers and plastic surgeons. So I always get the latest in the industry, the latest technology, latest products in the industry. And I also have 9 years of experience in marketing. And right now, I'm very focused on training. So I have a corporate training company, which we, as the name suggests, Institute of Human Potential and Success. What we do is we can identify people's potentials, and we help and coach them to be successful. So aligned with today's topic, how to be successful with iHealth, we're gonna start right now. Okay, so today, my part, I'm going to share with you 6 important key areas where you can use to help yourself to be successful with iHealth. So number 1, a lot of people, when they join a company, be it a multi-level marketing company or any traditional company, the first problem is they do not know what they want. So let's just talk about the multi-level marketing company. So if you join iHealth today, or if you're already a current member, the first question you want to ask yourself is, who do you want to be? What do you really want? Are you joining because you love the products, so you want to share about the products? Or are you joining because you want to make some extra income on the side? Or are you joining because you think it's a potential business and you're very clear what you want? Okay, so the key here is you must be very specific what you want. Okay, if you're joining because you want to make it a huge business, then you got to be that clear how much you want to make. Okay, and do not be realistic. As you can see here, what I mean by do not be realistic. Okay, when you say realistically, I can make like $5,000 a month with iHealth, then you are actually creating a limit. of your own potential. So let's not go with how much you can make realistically. Let's go with how much you want to make, okay? Because that makes a huge difference in the way your mind will be wired, okay? So again, the key here is do not go for a realistic figure, okay? I'll give you an example. Just say you are looking for a new home, okay? Most people, what they do is they look at their income and then they say, realistically, this is what I can afford. Okay. And so that's what they get. But what you want to do is rewire your mind to tell your mind that this is what I want. So if you're imagining a huge mansion as your new home, even though you know that, at the current moment you cannot afford it, it doesn't matter. Your mind will be rewired and find ways to support you to get that income or whatever ways it can to let you achieve that desire. Okay. So when you're in iHealth, do not set a realistic figure, set an aim high. Think of a figure that you think, this is what I want. I want to make $50,000 a month. This is what I want. Don't think of what is realistic. When you set your mind that this is what I want, the mind will rewire itself to help you and support you to achieve that goal. Okay, so that's important. Okay, and how to inspire people with your story. When you're with iHealth, the very, very important thing to be successful is your story. Okay, people are very attracted to stories. When you meet a new potential customer, what do they get attracted to? Obviously, the product has to be good, but most of the time, your customers are attracted to your story. What happened to you, in inspiring stories, or your success with iHealth, how far have you gone? All these are very important for you to be successful. Okay, and then the next one is actions. How to be persistent. Persistency is key. A lot of people who join multi-level marketing, when they see the first sign of obstacle, they get demotivated. And once they get demotivated, they get down. And once they get down, they just start having this inner critic that says, oh, no, this is just not for me. This is too hard. This is too difficult. Well, you know what? I don't have commitment. I don't have to do it. They're not my boss. You will come up with a lot of excuses and reasons. And then you just like, okay, whatever, I'm not interested anymore. I'll keep my account there. If I buy, I buy. But when you want to be successful in iHealth, you must be persistent, okay? iHealth has great products. So that one part you already know. It has great testimonials. So that's already done, right? So the next part is on you, right? So when you see your customers, if you feel like they have resistance or anything, don't worry, follow up. Keep following up. We're not forcing, we're not annoying people, but following up. Concern, okay? And be persistent. Don't just introduce the products and then just leave it and say, well, if she's interested, she's gonna call me back. If you want to make it as a side income, you can do that. But if you want to be successful with iHealth, you want to be persistent, okay? Until you get them as a customer. And then number 2 is how to visualize your success. This is very, very important. You always want to visualize what's your potential. Visualize yourself as the top leaders in iHealth. Don't visualize yourself as, oh, I'm just a member. I'm just a member. I'm just a regular member. Stop thinking that way. Start believing and start visualizing that you are one of the key leaders. You are one of the top leaders, making tons of money, having a great team, making a lot of people happy with the products. So you want to start visualizing. Visualizing has a very powerful way to, again, rewire our mind so that it can turn what you think or visualize into reality. Okay, and then be confident. This is super important. I've seen many people who try to introduce products to me in several other multi-level marketing companies, and as soon as they do the presentation, you start hearing doubt. You start hearing, not sure. You start hearing that. Okay, a lot of people, when they listen to your presentation, they don't really pay attention to all your words. They pay attention to your confidence. The more confident you are, the more confident they become. When they are confident, they trust you. When they trust you, they buy your products, they join you, okay? And then next, education. This is so important, okay? Very, very important. Whether you're in a traditional business or whether you are in a multi-level marketing business structure, education or continuous education is one of the most important components to be successful. Why? Because, we only know this much at this point in time. but the world keeps moving. We need to keep moving ahead. We need to keep updating ourselves with the latest information. Okay. So number one, we want to understand about the anti-aging industry, since iHealth is actually in that category, anti-aging and wellness, right? So number one, we want to keep learning and attending trainings that teach you how to understand the target audience. It's very important. You've got to understand who you're targeting, who your customers are, because if you don't understand who they are, you waste a lot of time doing presentations, doing calls, trying to introduce the products, and they just tell you they can't afford it. Okay, and end of story. And you'll be disappointed because you put in so much effort and all they say is they can't afford it, right? So understanding your target audience is very, very important. Your customers, understanding their needs. You always want to ask questions. What are they dealing with? What's their current issues? The more you understand their needs, the more you're able to fulfill their needs with the products or through the products, okay? And then another one, which a lot of people make mistake with, is not understanding the products very well. Many people in an MLM structure, as a customer, they take the products and they like it. They've seen a result. They have great testimonial. The issue is they don't understand the product. So when they try to present to potential customers, they keep talking about, I took this and this is what happened and it's so great and I'm so impressed. That's very convincing. But the next challenge is about the products. You can't be, introducing the products and saying how great it is. And when they start asking you questions about what's the ingredients, what's this, what's that, and you're like, okay, can you refer to the website? Can you refer to the brochure? You don't want to do that. You want to be there and say, yeah, let me share with you this. You want to be that confident. So, which leads me to the next key, which is learning about the product. This is again very, very important. Join as many trainings as possible to learn about the product. First, you want to understand its uniqueness. There are many competitive products out there, not just NMN, but various types of other anti-aging products, wellness products, health products. So we need to understand what's so unique about the products that we're promoting with iHealth, right? What's the ingredients? That's very important. Study the ingredients, okay? And once you're studying the ingredients, not just what appears on the box and says, well, here's the ingredients. You want to really study each and every ingredient, the pros and cons, because sometimes you'll face customers who are intelligent enough to ask you, but I thought this ingredient is not good, or I thought this ingredient is banned, or I thought this, I thought that. And you want to be able to confidently answer and not just, oh, really?
Hey,
okay,
Phoebe?
let me check.
Sorry to interrupt you for one sec. There's a lot of people who are trying to get on but can't get on. So can you just pause for just 1 second?
Okay.
Let me just resend the link.
Okay.
Yeah, sorry to interrupt.
Sure.
Okay, I'm resending the link to the group chat on WeChat. So anyone who knows someone who can't get on, please let them know.
Mincy, what I found is that they may not have their cap locks on. So it may not allow the actual code to go through. The ID code
it
is
has to
okay,
be-
but the other is all in
Yeah.
capital letters. So that I
Okay.
found with myself when I was trying to get in first, but then I went to capital letters and it went in. So I mean, that might be what's holding them up.
Okay, I just sent that to the group. So thank you for that.
Okay.
Or I mean, you can disable the waiting room so they can just join.
Okay, let me do that then. Okay, so let's just give everyone like 2 more minutes and then we'll restart.
Okay.
while we wait, why don't we have a poll on where everyone's from? So why don't you can either unmute yourself or put it in the chat, because we would love to know where everyone's from, what our audience is. So I'm from New York and BB is in Malaysia, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, I'm actually from New York too, but I've
Mhm.
been on a business trip, and I came here a few months ago, and they started the lockdown. And not to say stuck, but and looking forward to fly home to New York.
I know we have a very special guest on here, Dr. Zen Allen. He's one of my best friends. I see him up there. Hello, Alan.
Well, hello, everyone. This is Alan Zheng. Glad to be here.
Yeah,
Oh,
I'm
what a
from,
nice
Maryland.
very
surprise.
wonderful to have you. He's
from
a
Maryland.
scientist. He's very knowledgeable about the NMN products, and he's one of the most wonderful guys you ever want to meet. So I had the privilege of meeting him, and I've been working with his wife out here too, Melissa. She's been helping out at the office quite a bit. So there are two very wonderful people to have the honor of seeing here tonight. I'm just so happy you're here.
Well, thank you, Don. Thank you for the nice introduction. And I'm certainly thrilled to be here. And, I just learned that education, how important education is. So that's why, I try to learn as much as I can. I personally find it very useful. I'm just want to take any opportunity to learn. Thank
Yeah,
you for
hopefully
offering me
Yes.
this opportunity.
Hopefully you'll
It's
learn
im-
something from this session, and maybe even
Definitely.
maybe we'll
I
even
already
have
learned a lot.
you join us for our next session again.
Yeah,
Well,
that'll be
the
wonderful.
thing
Thank
is
you.
that we learn from everybody, and that's what's important. So everyone has their own special knowledge to bring to the family, and that's what's important and what is so unique about not only our product but our company as well. So I love it.
Yeah, we love
had a
having guest
benefit today.
speakers.
Yeah, we had a benefit today that we did it in Arcadia. That's in California, where I'm from, and it was free COVID testing and also free eye testing. So we were really happy to be there to represent that as well. So that was a good thing. We've got a few more people I see.
Mhm.
Mincy, were you able to disable the waiting room so that they can just join?
Yes, I disabled it.
Okay,
So we'll give everyone just another minute.
sure.
I see Shelley's on there now. She's your upline, correct? Shelley Chin?
Yeah, she's my
Uh,
upline.
Yeah, okay.
She's both of
All
our
right.
uplines. Yeah.
Yeah, okay, very good. I see she's on here. So good evening to her.
Okay, so why don't we just get started again? I don't want to keep everyone waiting. And then as people join, they'll just chime in. And if anything, we'll also have this recorded. We can always share it later.
Yeah. Do you
Okay,
want me
thank you,
to
BB.
restart from the beginning or just to continue with?
No, just
where we
continue,
left?
just because
Okay.
I think only a few more people joined us.
Okay, that's fine. All right. So let me just go back to learn about the product. as I said, we really need to understand its uniqueness and the ingredients. A lot of people ask about ingredients sometimes because these days information is abundant. You know, you can go on Google and find information, and then there's good, there's bad, there's opinions. And then, you know, when people look at the product's ingredients, they start getting concerned. Oh, I see this ingredient on your box. I see this ingredient as one of the ingredient in your product. I thought it's not good, it's this, and you can't be there looking like, well, let me check and let me get back to you. You want to really know how to answer on the spot. Okay, that is confidence. So that's really important. Understanding not just the uniqueness, you also want to understand the ingredients and study as much as you can about the key ingredients. Okay, if you're dealing with doctors, you know, like engineers, these people have a lot of questions because they know about ingredients, they know about products. So they're not just going to buy your testimonial. They want to know what you know about the product, just so that they want to make sure that you're not there just to sell the products, that you know your product. So understanding ingredients is super, super important. And then the next one is understand the company. If we want to grow big with a company, we really need to understand about a company, because as you do presentation to your potential customers, you also want to present about the company, because see, customers, when they buy a product, they are thinking from multiple perspectives. Number one, is the product good? Is the product safe? Is it affordable? Is the company stable? That's very important. They don't want to buy a product. They don't want to join a company and be a member, and 2 years down the road, they just disappear, right? It happened to many different types of companies. So, we must learn about the company, about iHealth's company, the vision, how big the company wants to grow. Because when we can share the vision, we can give inspiration to the potential customers, to our downlines, so that they know that, wow, the future is so bright with iHealth. I can really invest in this company. I can really invest my time, and I can learn as much as possible because the company's future is so bright. Okay, you want to understand about the team. Who's who? Who do you reach out to when there's a problem? And you want to know all of these, because when your customers have problem, they come to you, because you're their upline, right? And you can't handle everything. Assuming you have like 5,000 members, okay, under you, it's not possible for you to handle all 5,000, questions from all these 5,000 people. So you want to know where to direct them to. So you want to know as much as you can about the company, okay? And the future plans. You also want to know what are the future plans of the company, because that, again, is one of the key attraction. People want to join you and invest their time and money because they can see a potential. They can see how big the vision is. They can see how bigger the company aims to be, and then they want to be a part of it. They want to see the future vision. So we too, as a leader, want to understand this and want to learn about this. And then the next one is really understanding the business plan. Okay, since this is a non-traditional MLM company, we want to really be able to understand the structure. Because most people who join you, of course, a lot of them join you in the beginning because they like the products. They try the products, they're convinced. They're like, okay, I'm in, I want to be a part of this. But how do I make money? How do I build a business out of this? And we want to be able to present that. We want to be able to share with them, guide them. That's how you can build your team. That's how your team can go, because as a leader, whatever you share is going to keep going down the line, right? So if we're giving wrong message, then it's going to go, all the way wrong until the 10,000 member. Okay, so information, understanding the business plan is very, very important, because we don't want to convince people and tell them that you can make this much, this is the potential, and then as they join, and then things were not the same, or information were wrong, and they'll get upset. And once they get upset, they're like, you know what, I'm done. I don't want to be a part of this anymore. It's very easy to quit MLM companies for a lot of people. So we want to make sure that we really understand the business plan, so we're giving out the right information. Plus, the customers can themselves see the potential, and they can figure out how much I can make with this business plan. So that's very, very important. The next thing, you want to always keep yourself improving. So personal improvement comes in. Learn learn how to keep upgrading your knowledge. Okay, we have to take away the ego and say that well, I'm already this, I'm already that. I've been in business for like 30 years. I know what I'm saying. I know I know how good I am, or we have to take that ego away. Okay, because iHealth is a new company. There's always a lot of things we can learn from everybody, right? So we want to keep upgrading our knowledge and learn how to keep a healthy mindset. This is super important in MLM because there is always this connotation outside there that, oh, you're MLM, we're not interested, I'm not interested. That's this energy out there. So we want to keep a healthy mindset so that we can be a strong leader to our team. Okay, why? Because I've met leaders in other MLM companies where they've built their team into a medium size, and then some members become emotional. They're like, oh, this is so disappointing. I don't know if I should remain doing this. We shouldn't be like that. We have to have a very healthy and strong mindset to be a strong leader in MLM. Okay. And then this is my suggestion, learn meditation. This is very, very important because when you start practicing meditation, your mind becomes sharper and you're a lot more calm and you can see things in a wider perspective. So you can be really, your mind can be really, really strong, which leads back to having a healthy mindset. Okay, so this is the education part. And then next, leadership. Leadership is again another important key in becoming successful in iHealth because first, I want to share about be a responsible leader. This seems easy. This seems like, well, it's common sense. If I'm a leader, I'm going to be responsible. But that's not the experience from many, many, many people. As your team size grow, you are dealing with so many thousands of people, right? And you cannot possibly handle everyone, every problem, every inquiries. But you have to come up with a structure where you're reachable. Okay, if there's any problem with your downlines, if there's any problem with the members, with the products, you got to always be responsible to take care of that problem and not just push it to someone else. I see this pattern a lot in other MLM companies. As I say, I do a lot of corporate trainings and I also do trainings for other MLM companies. So I know, some of the issues that common issues that MLM companies face is responsible leaders. Some leaders, once they make the money, they are like, you know what, I'm retiring. I'm happy with my income. It's coming in automatically every month. So you know what, other people should take care of this problem. We cannot be like that if you want to be successful in iHealth, because being a responsible leader is super important because you bring these people into your team. And your downline bring more people into your team. Why do they bring more people into your team? Because they trust you. And you must be reliable to them. You must be available and you must be responsible to help them, to support them, okay, with anything they need. I know that sometimes some leaders are not reachable, meaning they have the downlines have the number, but as they write questions, they're ignored. Or, some people just like want to push away the responsibility, hoping that, I hope she doesn't call me again. I hope she doesn't text me again and just leave it as it is. This happens a lot, okay? But we shouldn't do that. If you want to be successful, you must be a responsible leader. Number two is you want to be an inspiration. As you grow with the company, your own experience, your journey, everything, the good, the bad, and everything in between, you want to always share. You want to be an inspiration to your downlines, to your team, to show them that, this is where you started and this is where you are today. And the stories, all the testimonials, what you have done. People love inspirations. The more inspiring you are, the more members you're going to get. As I say again from the earlier on, is that people love to listen to other people's stories. That's how you inspire them. People are very attracted to inspiring leaders, right? So you want to understand what's your stories, what's your inspiration, come up with your own stories. I'm not telling you to come up with the fake stories, but I'm saying like, you know, think about what's your stories, how you can inspire your team, how you can inspire your members. So when you're able to do that, then, you know, you want to constantly do different types of trainings or sharing sessions with your team, big or small, so that they know, wow, you know, I'm so impressed with my leader, you know, she's great, he's great, you know, I want to be like her one day, or I want to be like him one day. We want to be that, okay? Then that you can see your team start growing tremendously. And then how to build a team. This is, again, very important. Not everybody knows how to build a team. Many people knows how to make money in MLM or any traditional business. Not everybody knows how to build a team. So how do you build a team? Trust. That's the most important. You want to have trust from your team. And how do you gain trust? Is everything you say or that you presented, you want to deliver, okay? Be it about the products, be it about the support, be it about the customer service, you want to always be there. So as long as your members downline, doesn't matter which number of downlines, okay? Or a number 899 member under you, it doesn't matter. What's important is that they know you're always there, okay? And if you're not available, they know who to reach out to next. And they know that it doesn't matter who they reach out to, they're always there. And they're always care of their needs. This is very important. And the second thing is you always want to organize smaller group trainings or smaller group discussions where, you know, you can listen to their struggles, you can listen to their questions, you know, or anything they're unsure of. And as long as you keep having this communication with your team, they're going to stay strong with you. Again, in iHealth, you want to have a strong team. You don't want just, you know, to have the numbers. Oh, you know what? I have 20,000 members under me. That's not important. The most important thing is how many are active. And if you know how many active, you keep focusing and growing the active members, because the only ones that is going to generate income in the whole entire team is the active members, right? Yes, you have, you know, some who's, you know, buying every month and you make something, yes. But of course, you want to make sure that you have active members, because active members are the one that's going to grow your team, right? So you want to put a lot of effort and attention to build a strong team within, okay? And then the next one, personal attitude. This is, again, very important. It's all about interpersonal relationship, right? When we're in a MLM structure, relationship is super important, okay? So number one, I want to talk about the art of gratitude. We must always practice gratitude. I know that you may have heard this somewhere else and everybody talks about that, okay, gratitude, but you really want to practice gratitude. It makes a huge difference in your life, in your personal life, in your career, in, you know, what you do, and in iHealth. So when you keep practice gratitude, it's very unlikely that you will meet obstacles that's going to take you down. You are only going to keep growing. Very strong in your mindset, also very strong in your income, and also very strong in your team. So practice gratitude. Some of the tips that I can share with you on how to practice gratitude is we shouldn't use things like I should be thankful. That is pretending, okay? When you want to practice gratitude, you want to feel it from your heart. What are you truly, truly grateful for? Remember this, okay? When you want to start practicing gratitude, ask this question. What are you truly, truly grateful for? And when you do that, it's coming from the heart. When you ask yourself, what am I truly, truly grateful for? You will have all the answers immediately. I'm truly so grateful for my family, for my health, for this, for that. And as you practice this, you will start seeing a shift in your mindset. Okay, if you're a worrier, or if you're someone who's in fear or anything, when you practice gratitude, your mind's going to start shifting. It's amazing. Okay, and this have been proven in science to be highly, highly effective in making a shift. And once you start making that shift, you're going to see it manifest in your world, in your income, in your career, in everything, in every areas of your life, okay? Number two is the art of saying thank you. This is, again, very basic, but people have no idea how much of an impact it has in relationship building, okay? So I know that, you know, we usually just say thank you as a formality, right? Yeah, you know, you just say thank you, or when you write an email or you send an email, you end it with thank you, best regards, right? That's good. But what you want to do is sincerely thank somebody. So let me give you a tip. right? Every day, what you can do is you can, send an email to someone, anyone, it doesn't matter, anyone in the company, your uplines, your downline, just send a note and say, thank you for being my member. Thank you for your effort. Thank you. Keep saying thank you, and you start seeing productivity start to change again. These are all studied extensively, and we have the measurement of how much productivity increase, performance increase, sales increase, just by understanding how to use thank you. Okay, so let me repeat again. Every day, try to find someone, doesn't matter who. The key here is to write them an email or a text or a short message, it doesn't matter, to just thank them. Not just saying, hey, how are you? And this, and then thank you. Not that kind of thank you. You want to send a thank you email, a thank you text to thank them, okay? And then, just check in again 30 days later and see how much of an improvement is happening. Whether you know it consciously or unconsciously, measure it 30 days later and see how much improvement is happening within your group and in your life, okay? And again, in your relationship. The next one I want to talk about is how to be likable, okay? Activate your attractiveness. That's very important because most people are attracted to people who like, and a lot of times people end up buying a product from someone whom they like. Sometimes they're not sure. They have doubt. I don't know if, it's really great, this product, but I really like you. So, I'm going to trust you and I'm just going to buy it. I'm going to try it. At least you get the chance for them to try the products, right? So what you want to do is be likable. Be likable does not mean you have to put on like extensive makeup or like exaggerate. No, be likable means your personality. You're approachable. You're always smiling. That's important, okay? Always smiling. Don't be frown because people feel your energy. If you're always down or you're always talking like you have no mood, it's just kind of a turn off, right? So, whenever you go out for a presentation or you're making cold calls or you're calling up somebody to talk about iHealth products or iHealth business plans, always want to smile when you talk. It doesn't matter if they see you or if they don't see you, your voice, people can feel you, right? So you always want to smile. And when you meet people, you want to smile. Smile is how you can create that attractiveness and likability. So that's super important, okay? And then that's very easy to practice, smile, right? So do that. And then how to build your confidence and self-worth. This again is very important. I touched about that earlier about confidence. In all types of businesses, people buy because of confidence. They have confidence with this brand. They have confidence with this person, confidence with the company. That's why they buy. So you want to work on attending more trainings on how to build your confidence and self-worth. Self-worth, again, is very important. A lot of people are walking around with a very low self-worth. And how does that affect you in being successful with iHealth? When you have low self-worth, you start unconsciously sabotage your own decisions, number one. Number two is you start believing that you don't deserve all these amazing things that other people are getting in iHealth. So you may look up at your leader and say, wow, how wonderful. I want to be like you one day. You spend 2 years and this is how much you make and you have an amazing team and you're so inspiring. I want to be like you. But unconsciously, people with low self-worth will start thinking, well, I wish I can be like you. You see, the tone and the mindset is completely different. A lot of people think like that. I wish I can be like you. When they think like that, that means that you have lower self-worth. Okay, so when you work and change that self-worth, all of a sudden, your mindset will be like this. Well, if you can do it, I can do it too. So it becomes very natural. Okay, it's the same statement, but completely two different energy. So we want to work on self-worth. So again, find ways to get trainings on increasing your confidence, increasing your self-worth. And how to clear limiting beliefs, which I'm going to talk about next. But limiting beliefs is one of the biggest problem most people have. And they don't even know that they have it, okay? So what are limiting beliefs? Things like, oh, I cannot do it. Oh, this is too difficult. Oh, this is impossible. I'm not meant to do this. I'm not good in speaking. I'm an introvert. I cannot talk. People don't like me. All of these are limiting beliefs. A lot of us have this, whether we acknowledge it or not, right? But when you sit quietly, that's why I say you want to do meditation, because when you do meditation, you start to get to know yourself your subconscious mind, you start to really get to know yourself, what is blocking you, right? So then you can find out what are these limiting beliefs that you hold on to. And a lot of these limiting beliefs were created from the age of 0 to 7 when you were a child. So anything that you see or you experience yourself will go into your subconscious mind. These are like apps on your phone. But the problem is with an app, you choose what app you want on your phone. But with the subconscious mind, we didn't choose, we just let them go in straight. So we don't know why we think a certain way. We don't know why we have no confidence. We don't know why. But let me share with you why. The reason why we're dealing with all these limiting beliefs were because of our childhood experience from the age of 0 to 7. The environment that you grow up in, the family that you grow up in, the society, the school you go to, the people you spend your time with, all these people have their own beliefs, and unconsciously they go into your subconscious mind at that age, and they become your beliefs too. Sometimes you don't even know why you believe a certain things, but if you start doing meditation, you will start learning more about why these beliefs developed in your subconscious mind, okay? And we can do other trainings about how to clear those limiting beliefs, but most important thing is you must be aware that we all have limiting beliefs, and these limiting beliefs are running our decision making, okay? So work on that. Last one is overcoming the big fear. Everybody have fears, but some people have more fears than other people, okay? So the first one, if you want to be successful in iHealth, you must overcome your fear of rejection. This is, again, very important. Everybody, almost everybody have fear of rejection, but it's just how we react to that, right? We have to overcome this fear, because without overcoming this fear, before you even present, before you even want to lead your team, you're going to assume or project that they're going to reject you. Then they're going to say, no, I don't want it. They're going to say, I cannot afford it. You're already projecting. And if you're projecting that, that's most likely, you may actually get that rejection. So we don't want to project that, right? And the second one is fear of asking. Many people have these fears. I've worked with so many participants in my other trainings, and surprisingly, a lot of people share with me their fear is fear of asking. They feel, I don't want to trouble you. I don't want to sound stupid. I don't want to irritate you by asking the same questions over again. But in order to be a successful leader, in order to be successful with iHealth, ask as many questions as you have. Ask around, the more curious you are, the more successful you're going to be. Why? Because you're going to gain a lot of knowledge. Because, if you're curious, you're going to keep studying on the product. You're going to keep researching on the product. So then it enhances your knowledge. So keep on asking, okay? Stop having the fear of asking. Another problem with the fear of asking is this. They are afraid to close the deal. So when you have fear of asking, you may do a fantastic presentation to your potential customers or even within your team. But the challenge is closing the deal. Because why? Fear of asking them to pay, fear of asking them to join, fear of asking this, asking that. So we want to try our best to overcome this fear of asking. Fear of success. I know this is funny because, our mind would say, who doesn't want to be successful? Who's afraid of being successful? Everybody wants to be successful. But subconsciously, there are many people who have fear of success. Why? Let me share with you my own story. A long time ago, I've always wanted to be successful. So there is no way I think that I have fear of success until I started, attending trainings about the subconscious mind. And then I identified, why did I even have the fear of success? And let me share with you, because I have a wrong story or a wrong idea about successful people. What did I have? I used to believe that successful people means they have to work very hard, number one. And because they have to work very hard, they hardly have time for their families. And if they don't have time for their family is going to break down. So that's the belief that I used to carry. So in my mind, well, it's okay. I just want to be average. It doesn't matter about success. That was how I used to think. And again, I did not know this consciously. And for most people, they do not know this consciously. Okay. But I've met so many of my students who have these problems. They're running businesses, their businesses have so much potential. But when the investors come in and say, hey, I want to invest, I want to expand the business, they're like, wait, hold on. This is too much for me to handle. I don't know if I can do this. Fear of success because of a wrong story about successful people. All right. Or some people have fear of success because they used to think that, oh, my neighbor was so successful, but he also was very snobbish. I don't like him, right? So you may have a certain judgment about successful people. Then unconsciously, you fear of becoming successful because you don't want to be that unlikable person like your neighbor. So our subconscious mind is very, very interesting, right? So the fear of success, we have to overcome that. And you can do that when you do meditation. Ask yourself if you do indeed have fear of success and why, okay? And you'll get answers. Fear of not being good enough. I think everybody at some point in their life have this fear. I'm not good enough. I don't think I can speak. I don't think I can present. I don't think I'm attractive enough to do a Zoom training. I don't think I'm knowledgeable enough. I don't think I'm good enough to be a leader. A lot of people have this unconscious thoughts, okay? And why that's important to know, because if you have this unconscious thought at the back of your mind, unconsciously, you're gonna make decisions that's gonna prove to yourself that you're not good enough. If opportunities come to you for you to grow a bigger team, for you to do a live, speaking, in front of hundreds or thousands of people, you're gonna go into, oh, no. Can you just get someone else? Because, I'm not good in speaking. I'm not good in presenting. Convince everyone that you're not good. I know everyone can relate to that at some point in their life, but we want to overcome this, because when you can overcome this, your confidence level will just shoot up so high. Okay. And fear of speaking. This is another major fear which I deal with a lot of people. The fear of speaking, when I invite people to join and say, hey, would you like to do a presentation, or we're going to invite you as a speaker or anything, or would you like to speak in front of your team? They're like, no, please, can you just get someone else? I'm not good, I'm not ready, I'm scared, and this and that. Okay. But if you want to be successful with iHealth, you got to start building this. Okay. It doesn't matter that you're not there yet today. It doesn't matter, but start working on overcoming that fear of speaking, because to be an inspirational leader, you want to be able to share, you want to be able to talk, you want to be comfortable in speaking. We're not asking you to be like Tony Robbins or like some great speakers, like the politicians who just speak so well and so charming. You don't have to be that, but you just want to be able to speak confidently. Okay. So that's the end of my training today, and I'm gonna hand it over back to Mincy. If you have any questions, please share in the chat box, and we'll reply to you. Mincy, over to you.
Thank you, BB. That was amazing. So I really do hope that everyone kind of takes BB's training and really reframe and rethink about the way you're kind of approaching success, because she did give a lot of tips on, how do we come up with goals that are realistic versus unrealistic, and really figuring out our fears and our education. How do we have more knowledge, and how to be successful with iHealth? But also, like, I think this can also be applied to just your general day-to-day. It doesn't have to be iHealth. It could just be your own success with whatever you do in your own jobs. If you have a regular 9-to-5 job or whatever it may be, if you want to start some other business. So it definitely is something that I think we can all utilize. So thank you so much, BB. We right now have Don, who is joining us from our executive management team. And like I said, if you know him, you know that he's one of the very important members of iHealth and one of the probably founding members. So very, very honored to have him. He actually joined us on our last session by surprise. No idea he was here, but he really contributed so much. And a lot of people had questions for him. So hopefully, so we decided to bring him back and, have him actually be one of our guest speakers, so that he can talk to you guys about his story and, give him a little bit more screen time with you. So hopefully, you'll find it helpful, his story. And it's like a real life story about being successful, right? Because he has kind of made it to a point where he is successful in iHealth. I mean, he is part of our executive management team, which is amazing, and very, very honored to have him. Thank you so much, Don. Handing it over to you.
Wow, now I'm afraid to speak. No, there were some very good points brought out tonight, and I think it's actually so wonderful when we have different age groups, different types of people, different situations in life that really make it so important for us to be a family. And the things that I like to say for my teams is, instead of saying actually teams, let's make it a family. Because when we care about family, we want to help family sometimes more than teams. So that's just a word that I use to keep it more positive and more close knit. Through the whole presentation tonight, I found a lot of wonderful things. I was taking all sorts of notes, and never think that we can't learn from anybody, for the future, because everyone has very important things to add to, to our meetings, to our business. And if we listen and learn from everybody, that's what really makes us more efficient and more confident when we're speaking about these things. A couple things I wanted to bring out. Now, Bibi was talking, and this is before I actually introduced myself, but I want to say this because it's important. We are involved in an industry that worldwide is spending $46 billion a year for health supplements. That's not even talking about, the skincare and beauty products. So we're just talking about health supplements in general. So we have part of that industry in our hands that we can use to actually build a very, very strong foundation for our future and for, our iHealth business. This is all new information, and it's expected to go a lot higher, of course, within the next several years. I think they're talking about a 5% increase per year. So that's quite a bit of money. I just lost everybody here. Did I lose everyone?
No, you're good. I still see you.
Okay, I don't know what happened. Oh, maybe let me see here. I clicked on something off to the side there, and then all of a sudden I didn't have any. I want to share my screen here with a couple things. That's not what I wanted. Huh, why did I lose everyone on this other thing here? Okay, first of all, if you can see me, then that's fine. I'll try and figure out what happened with the other part of it here. Maybe that's it. No, that's not it. Okay, a little bit about myself. I joined the part about health, longevity, and wealth because I had my parents, I lost my parents at early ages due to diabetes and heart disease. So it has become my passion to actually find the best way to live healthier, be happier, and also have a wealthier life. Since I'm older, I'm at the point where I am at the retirement age. So, I'm looking for something that is going to help to, keep me going as, I hit that point when I don't have that so-called main income anymore. So this is going to be my future as well. And it has been my future. But I was drawn to iHealth due to the NMN gene balance. Researching actually what it does for you, boosting our NAD+ levels is really a very important thing to keep us young, active, and give us a better quality of life. We're still understanding different things about our immune system. It's a miraculous system that the scientists are finding out new things every day as to what it can do. And they're also finding out how much the NMN actually adds to that NAD+ levels. The NAD plus, of course, is great for our bodies, our organs, immune system, and we could not function if we didn't have our NAD plus levels at a higher rate. But as we age, of course, we know the levels drop. That also drops our ability to ward off disease, aging, and longevity also declines. So that's my reason actually for being involved in iHealth. I've been in several companies that have dealt with these types of supplements, but nothing as strong and as grand as the NMN. So I'm very pleased to be able to be a part of this company, and it really keeps me focused on helping as many people to find the same things that I've found. I look for quality. BB talked about mindset. We're going to be working together to come up with some, I don't know where that came from. We're going to be working together to come up with some different things to help people understand what mindset can really do. When we think about a good, strong mindset, it really helps us to create healthy habits. I'm on Viber, and Viber has a thing called Positivity Tips, and it's really good to give you a daily dose of different things to help build your positive mindset. Let's see. I'm sorry, I took some good notes here, and I think Phoebe did a fantastic job with her portion here. And, I feel, I just want to make sure I'm covering some good things that she mentioned here. I just don't know what happened or how I can get back to the, here, maybe this will, I'm sorry. Bear with me. I just hit the wrong button earlier. It's not, let's see. I don't know why I lost it. Huh. It's not allowing me to get back in to see everybody. So I just feel like I'm,
Did you minimize?
oh, there you are. Aha, I got you now. Okay, sorry about that. What I tried to do is I tried to get in to do a little bit of my my PPT or whatever, and I had told you earlier that certain things have to be approved through the company or whatever, but I don't mind sharing some things here because I think it's important to go along with why I'm here with iHealth and how we can help build a strong family. You talked about the compensation plan, BB, and how it's important to know these particular things, and it is. Sometimes it can be overwhelming to new ones coming in because there's just so much information to share. So these individuals will, they get that mindset, oh, I can't do this. It's just too much. But it's really not as hard as you think sometimes. We have, let's see. I put this one up here because it just kind of shows how through iHealth, we really only have to have what they call one leg of people.
Sorry, Don, are you presenting?
And every other, I'm sorry?
Don, are you presenting a PowerPoint?
No. What I did is, yeah, I put one of my my pictures on there. Can you see it or not?
No, we can't see.
Okay, all right. Okay. For some reason, it's not doing what it's supposed to do, so I'll just let it go with this.
Okay.
Through iHealth, one of the best things that we can tell people is that with one leg of people, you can actually start making money. You can make money 8 generations down, which is unique to any other MLM company that's out there. Most of them are going to give you the fact that you have to have, for instance, at least 2 legs or 3 legs or 4 legs, some of them all the way up to 5 legs of people spread out underneath you before you can start making money. But that's not the case with iHealth. When I had, or before I was promoted to the management team and I had people under me, then I had them calling saying, oh, how come there's a number 4 by my name now? And I said, it's because you've been talking to people. And you went from a number 2, level 2 up to a level 4 because you actually were talking to people and they started buying. And next thing you know, you've leveled up automatically through the company. So, you know, we have a lot of wonderful things that happens just with one leg. These are just people underneath them. So now what I'd like to do, Mitzi or Bibi, do you have questions from me that you kind of want me to answer? You wanted me to talk about myself, why I'm here. But is there anything in particular you want me to discuss with?
Yeah, can you just share how or why do you think you are successful in iHealth? Like, how did you get here? I know you have, the motivation of wanting to kind of give everyone the best supplement there is and have everyone be introduced to this product. But what do you really think has actually helped you with being successful with iHealth?
I'd have to say because I do care. Caring is very important. And one thing that I like to tell people is that don't try to bring everybody in all at one time, because not only are you going to get overwhelmed, but they're going to get overwhelmed as well. So how I built the success in all the different MLM companies that I was with was because I brought in people at a slower pace and I trained them to understand how things worked. So they didn't get crazy in a sense, trying to think, oh, I can't do this. Most of them, like you said, Bibi, they say, oh, I don't know how to speak. I don't know anything about the products. Well, you don't necessarily have to know those things right off. But everybody who's doing this should know something about it as time goes on. So that's where your training comes in. But if you, let's say, bring in 20 people and they're all calling you at the same time, what's going to happen? You can't answer 20 phone calls all at one time. So what you do is you try to bring in people at a rate where they can actually learn. Back when I was doing most of this, we had in classroom training. So I could see the people, we were talking to the people, we get more one-on-one. We had team leaders right there with us, so on and so forth. So we saw the different progress with people and we were able to answer questions more pointedly at that time. So the Zoom is kind of new in a sense for me especially, but it gives a wider range of people that we can talk to. I'm finding that many people are saying there's a little language barrier, so they don't always quite get the information they need. And it's not because people are not intelligent. It just means that they don't know how to particularly say something in the language of the person that they're talking to. We know the product's great. We all started on the NMN pretty much. So we know what the product does. But do we know about it? Dr. Zen and I, we did a meeting the other night having to do with the origin, the history of NMN. And that's very important for people to understand where NMN came from, what it does, how science is helping us to see the benefits of building our immune systems through the NAD+ levels and so on and so forth. So that knowledge is out there. And we need to be motivated enough to find that group or that knowledge. We need to learn as much as we can about it. Those are things you covered. You will not build a successful business if you don't learn how to help people. You can bring people in. Now, trust me, I can bring 100 people in, but am I bringing in 100 quality people? I have a slide in my PowerPoint that talks about different types of people, sheeps and goats. Okay, we want to concentrate on sheeps. Don't spend our time on goats. Goats are the ones that are, now it doesn't mean that you can't talk to them, but goats are the ones that they're always negative. They're sending off that aura that is just constantly driving you crazy because you want to, you know this is a good product. You keep trying to say, I got to make them understand what this is, but you're spending so much time on them, you're forgetting about the ones who can actually build your positive side of the business and also the positive side of your mindset. When you have a positive mindset, all the things you talked about, your enthusiasm, your ability to speak about products, all those things become more positive. You have a much greater chance of being able to bring people into this business in a strong way. And then those people you want to duplicate.
Mhm.
You want to teach them to do the same things you're doing. If we can't teach them to duplicate, then they're going to be calling you. Their downline is going to be calling you. Their downline is going to be calling you. Next thing you know, you're going to have 4,322 people calling you, and you're going to say, I cannot do all this. So you're going to have issues. So you teach people to teach people.
Mhm.
And the best way to do that is when you have somebody who you know has a good presentation on something or has good knowledge on something, set up a meeting. Set up a meeting with that group. Learn. That's what we've been doing with different things. When we have positive people and they have great ideas, that's how we create stronger family teams, is because we take that information and share it with people so they become more intelligent about the products in the company.
Yeah, and I just want to actually chime in a little bit. So to speak to this point, and we can really see that you do care for the people, Don. And I just want to say thank you so much, because for those of you who don't know, before this presentation, BB and I actually reached out to Don and had him spend some time with us to kind of go over the compensation plan, because as Don said, there's a lot of language barriers out there and some information is not readily available. So Don was amazing. He's not even our upline, so we actually don't have anything to do with him in that sense, but he spent 2-3 hours with us just to go over the compensation plan. So very much appreciated. And I think that really tells to, how do you really become successful? It's really genuinely, like you said, wanting to help others and wanting to kind of give back and really making other people successful so you can be successful. So this has been amazing, and we really appreciate it, Don.
Well, you're very welcome for that. And I just want to spread that to others as well, because just because someone isn't in your upline doesn't mean that you shouldn't work with them. I'm going to tell you why. Because if you work with somebody else, you're learning as well. You're building your confidence. You're teaching. You're raising your teaching skills, and you're also bettering somebody else as well. We shouldn't be in this business thinking, oh, it's just, I got to make money, or I got to do this, I got to do that. We should be saying, we have to build this as a family, because the more we build, the stronger the whole company gets. And the stronger the company gets, the more benefits they'll share with everybody as we go along. So to me, that's very important. Don't just look at it that it's a me. Of course, we have to think about ourselves. I didn't get into this business to, make money for everybody else. Of course, I got in it to, make money for myself too. But that doesn't mean that I can't help someone. And then what that did for me is that got me promoted. One day I got a call and said, hey, we want to put you on the management team. Well, I said, really? So here I wasn't even expecting anything like that. Next thing you know, I was promoted to the management team. And then on top of that, they said, we need you to help teach the English groups.
Mm-hmm.
So that's my whole position here as well, is to help teach the English groups. And I can tell you right now, I'm upline to nobody. I'm part of the company. So really, I'm everybody's upline, if you want to look at it that way.
Mm-hmm.
But I also need, if you remember, I always ask, who is your upline? So I'm putting out a call there to any of the uplines that are out there at this point. If you have questions or if you're having issues or what have you, you need to find the right person. I think even BB brought that out too. You need to find the right person that you can contact that can help you to create that good leadership with your team as well. Doesn't mean you're doing a bad job. It's not what I'm saying, because we know we're all doing the best we can. Okay, so but it does mean that there is or there are answers out there, and there are people that will help to get those answers. I appreciated our time the other night. You know, we thought we were only going to be on for maybe a half an hour or whatever. And we were on for hours, and it was I thought it was pretty amazing. So you know, I really like both of you. You're very strong. You're very likable. Approachable is a very important thing. That was also brought out. We need to be approachable. If we're not approachable, then we won't do anything in this business. It's just as simple as that. So the more approachable we are, the more we can build things for our groups. I talked about people being brought in too quick. There again, it doesn't mean that you can't bring people in, but you just need to make sure that they're understanding what's going on. I have so many times I'm at the office and get somebody bringing someone in. They don't even know why they're coming in. They just think they're going to have a cup of coffee with somebody. And, you know, next thing you know, I'm asked to talk to them. I go in there and then they're looking at me saying, well, who is this? So they're caught off guard. So we don't want to do that. We want to be upfront with everybody, and we want to make sure that they understand that this is an opportunity. This is an opportunity to get healthy, and also an opportunity to have a business if you choose to do that. And don't be afraid to have customers. Those are the level 2s that don't want to do anything but, you know, take the product. But at the same time, when you find those people, look for the ones that are the growers, the ones that really want to do something. You being younger, you know, a younger group, you have more ambition to be successful than maybe someone who is, you know, at an older age in life. Maybe they just want to be healthy. They want that extra quality in life. So we need to make sure that we understand, again, like BB brought out, understand our customers as well. Don't try to make everybody, let's say, a level 4 or, you know, this or that when they really don't want to, because you're going to turn them away if you do that. So we want to make sure we do understand our customers and help them grow as they will grow. As I think I said earlier, we had many that were level 2, but then they started talking to people. People started buying, because with your $130 a month, what do you get? You get a website. So you direct people to your website. Then they start buying something off the website. Next thing you know, what's this number 4 by my name? So all of a sudden, or even number 3, what's this 3? And then what's this 4? So, I mean, it can go so many different ways, and they didn't even know that was happening. And then you may go into them with their website and find out that they have, you know, $400 or $500 on their product card. You say you didn't even know that you had that, because they weren't trained to understand what the product card is. I had one lady, she had over $7,000 on her product card, and she didn't even realize it. So next thing you know, she has all this product, and she was helping all of her friends with blood pressure issues and also blood sugar issues. But you know, if we don't help them understand that, then sometimes they're sitting there thinking, well, I'm not making any money here, or I'm not making anything. So, you know, we need to help them to see really what's going on as well.
So Don, we actually don't have too much time left. I do want to
Okay.
leave it open to anyone who has any questions. So if anyone has any questions, please either unmute yourself and share it, or type it in the chat, and whether it's for BB or Don, we'll definitely answer it.
Okay, can I ask one thing too? Just in case there is, I have my best partner up there, Alan, too. Now, And the reason I say that is because we work very well together and he's very knowledgeable, especially with the products. So, you know, a lot of times we work very well on his question and answer. So if there's a question, Alan, that you hear that you want to chime in on to, please do that, because your knowledge is just amazing to me. I'm so honored to be your friend. Okay,
oh, thank
so
you,
yeah,
Don.
let's go ahead.
The pleasure is mine. So unfortunately, I have to drop off for another training, another call. Actually, I'm hosting another Chinese product training like in 10 minutes.
Oh,
So,
yeah, I remember. Yeah, okay, I remember. Yeah, you had your Zoom meeting at 7, I believe it was. Yeah,
yeah, 7 Pacific time. So next week, I'm going to try to host a training in English, product training in English, talking about, you know, some of the health benefit of NMN. You know, I'd like to give a review on the many aspects of NMN benefit next week. So
okay, so you can send me the link then, and then I can share it with everybody if you want to do that.
Oh, sure.
You know,
I'll
we'll be a part of it.
glad to do that.
Yeah, that would be
okay.
amazing. I think we actually very much need the English product training, so that would be very exciting to join.
Yeah, well, this is one of the things that we decided. They've been doing this for the Chinese for, you know, quite a while, but this is where we were actually able to connect and start doing some different things for the English side of it. So this is, you know, this is one of our new things, and we're really excited about it ourselves. And we had our first meeting was last week, and it was very successful. I actually felt like I was knowledgeable, so I was very confident. So
you are,
we want to continue that. So we understand, Alan. So if you need to go, that's fine. We understand.
Yeah, some folks are waiting for me right now. So thank you so much.
Yeah, no, that's okay.
Yeah,
I
I'm looking
forgot you were
forward
doing
to
that
next
meeting.
month's training. Thank you, everyone.
Okay, thank you for joining
Okay.
us.
Okay.
Bye.
All right. So I'm open them for questions.
Okay. I'm not seeing any questions come in. We actually don't have as many people as last time, so it may not be as many questions. But I think
I see 20 on there right now, but you know, we can just talk. If they want to listen, that's fine. We can talk.
yeah,
Training.
I think what happened was, I think Zoom may have changed its something, you know, like typically what you do is, you know, the invites will be out, and then all you need to do is click on the link, and then it will just take you, you know, straight into Zoom's app, and then you just need to key in the passcode. But I checked earlier, that's not how it appears today. So I don't know what happened. And Mincy, as you say, I think a lot of people weren't able to get in because it did not take them straight into Zoom. I think what it took them to is like some strange page and tell them to launch the browser. And I understand not everybody is so tech savvy, like understanding how to launch your browser. So we're gonna do research after like what happened with Zoom.
Yeah.
So yeah.
Yeah, well, that's fine too. You know, now I'm 450 years old, so I mean, as far as tech savvy goes, you know, I think I do pretty good considering my age. But you know, thank goodness for NMN.
Yeah, I want to add in something.
Yeah,
sorry. I just want to add in something quick, because you know, as you were sharing earlier, this is a very important attitude, is that we want to be very happy for people who are successful. I find that among a lot of people who attended my trainings, they don't say it directly, but I know human beings are wired to just feel jealous instead of inspired, right? So when they see someone who joined in, let's just say I've been with this company 3 years and I'm only making this much, and I bring in this, it could be even your own downline, okay, or in your team, or maybe another team from another, you know, entirely not related to you. We still want to practice this. We want to practice celebrating other people's success, and it makes a lot of difference in how you attract your own success, okay? Because when you have that seed of competition and jealousy. And I know we won't admit it. We won't tell people that, yeah, I'm jealous. But if we even have a percent of that, we need to find ways to get rid of that, because that is one mental block, a limiting belief. Because when you believe that, you are actually telling your mind that you're not as good, someone else is better, and that you're not deserving. So we want to overcome that very easily by celebrating other people's success. It could be a downline that you just brought in like 6 months ago and she's making way more than you. We want to be happy with that. We want to celebrate that, like, wow, you know. Or like I say, it could be somebody else's downline that is not related to us. We want to be, happy for them. We want to celebrate them. We don't want to feel like, well, I wish she was in my team or something like that. You want to just practice. I know it's difficult in the beginning, but we have to practice that, because I'm sure you've heard about the law of attraction. So, to practice that, you celebrate other people's success and you're going to attract that to you yourself, because it basically remove your own belief that you're not as good. Okay. So that's very easy to do.
Yeah. And I totally agree with that. And the reason I do is because we really should be happy for anybody. We shouldn't worry about someone making more money than us. There again, I brought out earlier, we may move at a different pace, or maybe some of the people are under us or above us or whatever are moving at a different pace. Maybe they know more different types of people than we do. We should never judge our own success on someone else's success. But what we can judge or can work with is the fact that we maybe helped those people to be successful. So in that way, then we should be, as you said, celebrating their success because we were a part of it. And I see that happening all the time. We never should think of ourselves as a failure just because someone else became a little more successful maybe than us. I know several people that are some of the higher ups in the company that some of their downlines are making more money than they do already. So, should they be saying, well, I should be making that much? No, you shouldn't be concerned about that, because you help them to get where they're at. And believe me, their success is helping your success as well. So you should never down somebody's success over that. Am I correct?
Yes.
I'm reading some things here. I think it's Minma, I believe. She was talking about reactions.
Mm-hmm.
And how to explain certain things to the customer.
I guess the side effects, I guess she has a customer that, he or she has a customer that is feeling dizzy and nauseous after taking the capsule. I guess how do we explain it to the customer?
Now, I've actually had some people that said they've gotten headaches and things like that too. And for me, honestly, if they feel that they're having a reaction to the product, I cannot tell them to continue taking something if they're having a reaction to it. Even medications, when we get them from from the pharmacy, they say if you have any reactions to it, you need to talk with your doctor right away. And most likely they're going to tell you, well, you shouldn't be taking it. But on the other side of that, is it really from the product? We know this is a natural product. It's not an overkill of milligrams of NMN going into the system. We have a very low dose capsule compared to what other companies are telling their people they need to take on NMN. So when I speak of it that way, I don't know if they're really having issues from the capsules or what have you. As far as nausea goes, maybe they are a little more sensitive to something, so maybe they need to take it with a meal. For me, when I get up in the morning, I take my NMN, and I haven't eaten yet. I haven't done anything, but I take the NMN first. Then I do some things, and then I have my meal. But I get up at 4 a.m. every day, so stupid me, right? So the best thing that I can say at this point is find out from them, are they taking it on an empty stomach? And if so, have them try it on, with a meal, or eat and then take the capsule. This isn't a product that has to be taken with food. It can be taken with or without food, so it can be taken anytime. It is also what they call sublingual, so it can be taken under the tongue. So they might try it that way instead of taking the whole capsule. Maybe they're having a reaction to the actual gel cap itself. So try maybe taking the capsule apart and sprinkling it on the food or something like that, or just putting it under their tongue and taking it that way. So there's different things they can try to see if maybe there's something else that they're having a reaction to. Other than that, we can't, we can't really tell at this point. I'm not a doctor, so I can't tell anybody, any medical advice. We're not here to say this is, something that can be cured medically or what have you. It's not a medicine. So it's a natural subject taken from vegetables. So, that's what it's made from.
Yeah, so if I can just chime in here, to my understanding, Don, the N&M capsules aren't like, there's no studies of side effects, right? There shouldn't be any side effects or any issues. At least that's based on my understanding.
Well, that's the main understanding, but there are some sensitive people out there. So this is why I'm saying that, there may be somebody who does have a certain reaction to something, but it doesn't necessarily mean it's from the NMN. It could be, as I said, from the capsule itself, the cover.
Mm-hmm.
The other thing is too, is, maybe they might try the 30 milligram capsule, taking one of those in the morning and one in the afternoon. Maybe we don't know. Every body is different. So as far as I'm concerned, I don't know of any reactions. Dr. Sinclair, when he talks about things, he doesn't know of any reactions or what have you from the NMN. Other companies have a very high dose of NMN with their products. So, they're not getting those types of reactions, or we would be seeing those things online. So that's a real tough one to call, but I would try doing it a different way. Maybe their system is a little bit more sensitive than ours.
I mean, at the end of the day, everybody is different, right? So if there's any kind of reaction, they should definitely consult their doctor before continuing. And that's what we always recommend, right? If there's any issues, if there's any concerns or hesitation, definitely consult your doctor.
Right. The first person we should actually talk to is our doctor. My doctor, he knows everything about me. He knows everything about the NMN. We went to the PDR together. We looked it over, and he says, "Oh, I like it." So, who knows? Maybe he might be a member later and decide to start giving this to some of his clients as well as patients. So, we really don't really know. But the doctor should be one of our first people that we talk to. Don't be afraid to talk to your doctor. Bibi was saying, don't be afraid of speaking. Okay, well, we got to speak to the right people too. So now, let's see. Okay, there's a good question right there. That a lot of people missed the meeting, so they just want to know if they'll be able to see this on a YouTube link. Is that what you're going to set up?
It is recorded, so we'll be sending it out after the meeting. So I don't know if we'll be able to get it out today, but if not, like definitely within the next day or two.
Okay, because I also had people texting me too saying, what happened? What happened? What happened? Is, can you save it? Can you save it? So yeah, they're looking forward to it. So,
yes.
So yeah, that's good. We'll do that.
Mm-hmm.
I don't really see any other questions there from anybody.
Nope. I don't think there's any more questions, and we are a little bit behind on timing. So do you have anything else, Don? If not, maybe we'll wrap it up.
Well, okay, I think we can do that. I wanted to clarify something that I noticed. I talked to one of the people that has a level 2 downline that has several people under them. And I think when we talked about the compensation plan, we were talking about the auto ship and the $16 from, you know, your commission. And that remains steady with a person who remains on auto ship. So you can actually, you know, over time, that's just one person, it'll be a 16, 16, 16, 16, because it stays that way. I don't know if that's how I explained it last time we were talking, but multiply that by several people, even the more level 2s you get, if you look at it that way, you can continue building your business even with level 2s. So always remember that the compensation plan works in many different ways, and you may not have a lot of level 4s. Well, don't worry about it. Yeah, that'll come in time. Don't put your emphasis sometimes like, oh, I have to have all these people doing this, that, and another thing. Just be patient. This is not a get rich quick business. This is a get healthy quick. If we think about it, you know, we take our products and we're going to get healthier pretty quick.
Mhm.
So, I mean, you know, let's say most people see some difference within the first month. I saw differences within the first 2 weeks for myself. And then within 6 months, I had major differences. So, you know, my quality of life, you know, almost doubled just in that. So, I mean, you know, it's an exciting thing to be a part of. And, you know, let's do this. Let's be happy and let's make some more of these meetings. Let's go ahead and get a little PowerPoint together, and let's do some things. BB, we were talking about mindset. You know, let's get that mindset thing going. Let's help people to be positive.
Yeah.
You know.
Yeah.
We need positive people here.
We're working on the next training. Yes, we're working on the next training topics, and we're as we also discussed, we're gonna go deeper into the wellness and health, how to achieve optimum health, and also anti-aging, how to reverse aging. So we're gonna have all these topics coming up in the next trainings. So definitely we're gonna run through that with you, and then we're gonna probably co-host it together.
Yes.
Okay, that sounds really good. And the other thing is maintenance. We had talked about that as well. We need to maintain our youthfulness now. You know, if we're younger, let's start remaining healthier longer. If we're older, let's get younger faster. So, and we can do that. Okay. So, I love it. I love you guys. You guys are great.
Thank you.
You really, you know, you're both awesome. You know, and I think all together we need a lot of people like you, because you're positive. You got great smiles. You got great attitudes. Everything that makes a success, you are. So
thank you.
Anyone who's listening to you and watching you guys and learning from you, they're learning correct. They're learning the great stuff. So I'm learning. I take notes. I've been doing this for 40 years. So, I mean, if you look at it that way, I mean, I'm taking notes because I'm learning.
Yeah.
You can always learn. Every day we learn something new. So don't ever be afraid of learning and, you know, getting better. So let's go ahead and we'll call it a night. Thank you for having me. Sorry for the couple mix-ups that I did there, but you know, that's my my tech savvy.
Well, we're getting younger, right? Not older.
Now, what I'll do, Alan, you know, we're going to be setting up another meeting or whatever, and then I'll send you guys the link for that one, and then you can share it with your downlines. Okay. Now he's in Maryland, so he's in you know, he's in your area as far as time zones and things too. So
yeah.
Okay.
Perfect.
So we'll get this going, and he's very knowledgeable. I'm telling you. When you look at his backgrounds, oh my gosh, you know, he's the kind of guy you want to have on your side. So, and he's right up your alley too, BB, because, you know, you like the knowledge about products and stuff. So he's the guy.
Looking forward to it.
And he, by By the way, just so you know, he called himself one of the goats. So this is why I was saying too, we don't want to give up on the goats, but don't spend your time on the goats, but who knows, they may come around as well. So you got to remember, he told me himself, I was one of the goats because he was looking at my PowerPoint. But by persistence and consistency, he kept learning and then realized that this is the place to be. And now he's one of the top, he's one of the top guys in this company. So, you know, I mean, he went from goats to, oh my gosh. So, you know, that's the kind of people that you want to have, you know, in your corner in that sense. So, you know, don't give up, just keep talking to everyone, but, you know, at the same time, spend your time on the good people, you know, and it'll get good. All right, ladies and friends, thank you all for being here, you know, and I hope I, you know, didn't over talk, but which I always have a tendency to do. I love to talk about this stuff.
That's okay.
And let us know when the next one is going to be, and I'd love to be a part of it. I get, you know, I'm doing 2 to 3 of these a week, so you know, with different teams throughout the world, so it's kind of hard sometimes. You got to make sure that I'm available or whatever, and I don't mind being here. So
we'll definitely plan the next one together, and we'll keep you posted.
Okay.
And you know, we need you to join us and co-host as well. Definitely, I know BB wanted to do anti-aging or something along those lines. So we'll kind of tailor it to iHealth and roll it out for next month. So definitely looking forward to that.
Okay. All right.
Okay. Thank you so much,
Bye-bye.
Thank you everyone for joining us.
You're
And
welcome.
thank you, BB.
Okay. Bye-bye.
Thank
Take
you.
care.
Have a good night, good day, wherever you are.
Well, for me, it's nighttime now, so it's 7:10 p.m. here. So, okay, so you're 3 hours ahead, so you're after 10. So,
We're 10, yes.
and BB, you're in the morning time, right?
Yes, it's 10:10 in the morning over here.
Okay, but you're also a day ahead of us, so
Yes, we are.
you know.
So it's Sunday
Yeah,
morning.
so we're jealous. We're jealous. Okay. Take care.
You
Bye.
too.
All right,
Thank
bye-bye.
you, everyone.
Okay. Okay, you're welcome. Bye-bye.
Bye.